Right. And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein.
Right.
The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. They shall not run, Salakia. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world.
Right, so we are the end. Go on, brother.
2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
Right, say a man have a desire for going to a city and not be able.
Right?
Why? Because they have military checkpoints.
Can.
Yeah?
See me?
So say now we can move freely about. Yeah, one.
Can. You see me? And shall not be able.
Right.
For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
So you got people looting, robbing and all that. Buildings burning, stores burning down.
Can.
You know what I mean? One.
A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor,
Right, the neighbor not have no pity for you, one.
but shall destroy their houses with the sword.
So men with guns, machete, I will raid the house.
Can.
Go on.
And spoil their goods
You have to take what you have.
because of the lack of bread.
Because of the lack of bread, which is
And-
famine, man.
Can. See?
Go on.
And for great tribulation.
Right.
See me? And jump up verse 16. So for there shall be sedition among men.
Some men not gonna respect the government anymore.
Can.
See? Because the first person who never blame for the current for the situation that's gonna be in that time is the government. Because they're gonna look for the government for answers, man. When all hell break loose, they're gonna look to the politicians for answers. And the first ones they're gonna blame.
Right?
Yeah? One.
Sedition among men and invading one
So
another.
there shall be sedition among men.
Right?
Meaning they will come against powers that be.
Right.
See, police force are going to become dismantled. The military, men are going to run there with the weapon, are going to try to take care of their own family and their own self. That's how chaotic things are going to be. See, now I can call 911. Not that day.
Right? See?
Yeah?
They shall not regard their kings nor princes,
Right.
and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
Right, so every man are going to do what them feel like.
Right?
Not that day.
Have,
Raping, robbing, shooting.
have something else to me. 30 and 20.
I'm gonna go watch you. Destroying him.
See? The woman.
Okay.
And then we can close off after. If you have any question, then
32. Alright.
What time now?
overtime.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, so all these prophecies is basically set for an appointed time. Right? A specific time. One.
But at the end it shall speak.
And the end it shall speak. So if you know the prophecies them and what order them are going to fulfill in, see, you can see actually them speaking, meaning them are happening before your eye.
Right?
So we out here, we see the prophecies that happening before our eye because we know of the prophecies. And we know which one will come after which one. Yeah? So it's speaking to us. So we know what time we're in. You know, we know exactly what time we're in.
So measure the time diligently.
Right, the scripture says measure the time diligently in itself.
And say make ready for the battle.
So we are measuring the time. Yeah? That's why we see it necessary for us to come out here.
Right.
According to some people, look stupid doing this how we do it.
Now wash your hands.
You know what I mean? We're washing our hands clean, man.
Yeah, so they never.
We could have do anything because we could have do something different. Saturday night we could have do something different. We could have gone look girl or something. You know what I mean? Spare party later. We could have do that. You know what I mean? But come out here
I make full proof of the ministry.
to look stupid in the eyes of the public. Yeah?
See me?
The scripture say tell about preaching foolish, yeah. Yeah, because that's what a regular man say, what we're doing out here. You know what I mean? Foolishness. Yeah? Until that day come, because there's going to be a famine of the word, meaning you're going to have a day when you really need this information. You know what I mean? Internet, YouTube is going to delete all the videos there very soon because they have YouTube having new rules now I say if you speak
hate speech.
basically, if you speak out against another race, now them things them on the channel them all get deleted. So basically everything that we are saying gonna be deleted.
Very soon,
Very soon YouTube are gonna start act upon them new rules. Yeah? And then you have brothers can't come out here anymore because the law will stop them from coming out here. Because the so-called white man, because of the truth here, you must try to cut it off altogether. So you have laws, just like we have laws so people can't stand on the sidewalk with them goods. I said, you have laws that we can't come out here and come do this thing. Very soon.
See me?
Yeah? What?
So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 18.
Right.
It says, for the preaching of the cross is to them that perish
Right.
foolishness.
Right, so we out here preaching this about Lord Yahushua
Right.
to the regular man of foolishness.
The ones that perish, it is foolishness.
Yeah, the one them have a perish.
Right.
Yeah.
But unto us which are saved, it is the power of God.
Right.
See it?
Our precept too. I see strong second Peter. It looks like a second Peter. Yeah, second Peter. The second Peter 3 and verse 11. It says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved.
Right.
What manner of person ought you to be in all conversation?
And when it means all these things gonna be dissolved, it means that nuclear destruction gonna burn everything, man. I don't know if you have an idea. Saying what are this weapon effect of a nuclear explosion? Who out here know the effect of a nuclear explosion? And Hiroshima and Nagasaki, how much, that was an atomic bomb, how much kiloton that?
It's like 10,000 times weaker than them here.
Yeah. And it was way weaker than this, and those bombs flattened.
And it's not.
Flattened two cities, man. People immediately get carbonized. What do you mean by carbonized? Yeah, you become like ash. The whole body become ash. Well, them here are more powerful, man.
I shall
The scripture say, oh, your eyes are going to consume away in the holes of your head, and your tongue, or consume away in the mouth. Yeah. See, that's why I say all these things are going to dissolve, man. See? Because many of these warriors are going to fall from outer space, because that's how the missiles them travel. They go out of space and then fire the multiple warheads. And because the speed when they are coming in, it looks like falling stars. That's what the scripture said. Stars shall fall from heaven. It's actually talking about the warheads coming from the bomb. Literal stars can't fall. Yeah? It's just what the prophet was seeing in that time. He actually see the warriors coming in. Yeah? Yeah, this is how them fall.
So when John Revelator sees him describe it as stars
That's
falling.
how they fall. And you're not going to see for only one weapon. You're going to see from multiple weapons. You know what I mean? This is just from one. All this is just from one. See? Thousands upon thousands of a fire. So they're going to rain down. The scripture said like fig falling from the fig tree. That's how they will come down. But rain down on the earth, man. Yeah?
I'm going to see. Alright, so it says Zechariah chapter 14 verse 12.
Right.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people.
So this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people.
Right? That have fought against Jerusalem.
That is fought against our people, man. One.
Right? Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Right?
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
Right, so the eyes are burned out. Right? Literally skin are gonna melt off. Skin are gonna melt off, man.
Right? See?
With these bombs, man.
Right? And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Right.
Right?
So that's basically what is coming on. That's what we come out here to prophesy. You know what I mean? And who can humbly receive it? Well, may the Lord have mercy upon you. But hey, anybody else will take it for a joke,
fine. Yeah.
Well, whatsoever the result be for that, well, what?
Alright, that's
And then we wrap up, you know.
see. So this
Last
is the
one before wrap up.
Revelation 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth,
Right.
even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs.
That's how the war is going to fall.
Right?
And Russia gonna fire those missiles.
Done.
China gonna fire those missiles. You know what I mean? And the Western world is gonna be at the end of those missiles, man. But that's, yeah, Russia already target different states in America already. All them weapons and the ones from America already point to places in Russia. This ain't no joke, man. A matter of fact, if them kill all the Russian leaders, see, all the missiles them gonna fire. That's how them set them. Them set them. What them call it? Them have a switch. Basically, they have a switch. We make all the missiles them fire in case of anything. If a strike come upon them and the leaders them dead off, them fire automatically. But this is not a joke, man. This is not no joke. Yeah, and the Lord is going to see to it that these prophecies fulfill. But the judgment must come. That's why I say all the wickedness that take place now I get intensified that the judgment can be justified.
Right.
Transgenderism, bestiality, homosexuality, all them things that get prevalent.
Right.
You know what I mean? That can justify the judgment. You know what I mean? So with that, say Kalalal, Yahweh Hashem Rakah Kodash. Hey, Kwam, Shalom.